This Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay campaign has strong language and adult themes.
The enemy within.
As we left off, you were all in the Three Feathers Inn and had found out who the assassin was to your belief. Whether they were the assassin of Bruno is yet to be found. But you grappled her. Fisk managed to hit her in the hand, force her to drop her dagger, and then Dietrich let out some magic with a drain spell, managed to subdue her, and the guards have shackled her as Dietrich lays on the ground. And I'll hand it back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Dietrich is gonna get up, but in the most theatrically pained manner possible. He's gonna do a huge wet cough and groan.
I think some gold might cure that cough of his.
Okay, I'm gonna roll performance. The price of magic is not an easy burden to bear. Oh, he got a 3. That's 3 levels of success there.
Very
Astrid
convincing.
is
Yeah.
Very taken up by this show of showmanship. I don't know, if Dietrich
Yeah,
is just
it's definitely showmanship. Okay, it hurt. It hurted him. His arse is hurting, but that's about it.
I think Fisk noticed what Dietrich was doing with the sheet and will want to suggest, let's check.
Okay.
Before anything else.
I hand it to you to check. I'm gonna open her mouth and see if there's any if there's any poison capsules or gold fillings I can take.
Yeah. Dietrich the dentist. All right, I'll check her foot against the sheet.
Okay.
It's a match, Fisk.
I'll share that with everyone, including the Gravine. It's a match.
It wasn't the Caslevino then.
Gravin steps forward and she looks very angry, and she just asks the lady outright, "Are you working for Baron Eberhard's de Damilabels?" And Go ahead.
Remember, I've got my hands in her mouth, and I'm not sure if she's entirely conscious.
And
okay.
Fisk would want to do a quick pat down if we could, and see if she's got any more weapons hidden.
Astrid will kick her too, just to make sure she's conscious. I'm aiming for
Can I try and stop Astrid and say, "Careful with my patient"?
God.
I don't know if you want to run anything for that, but.
So if she's got any more daggers hidden away, we want to confiscate those.
Yeah, and if she's got anything in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find anything in her mouth, Dietrich, as she's coming to, and Fisk, there don't appear to be any other weapons on her.
All right. What about gold?
Let me check her inventory.
Father always said service is the best payment.
Trappings.
I've always found blackmail is better.
She doesn't have any gold, but no, she doesn't have anything except for the dagger.
Okay. Then as they're starting to question, Fisk is going to wander over to the dagger and inspect it. If he has enough, whenever that happens in the initiative order of the out of combat.
Sure. Astrid, as you boot the woman on the floor, she groans, and the Gravin points to her and says to Marie and her lawyer, I want answers from her. I want her locked up in Madson's keep outside of Altdorf. And they nod. And the Gravin looks at the guards and nods to them, and they escort her out of the room, potentially back to her quarters. Fisk, the dagger, has a thick green goo on the end of it. It smells potent, foul, and looks pretty deadly.
Does it look like there's anything special about the dagger itself, or just the poison?
Looks like a pretty common dagger, but yeah, there's this poison tipped on the end.
Any way for us to recover it by scraping it into a little vial?
Do you have a vial?
I do not. I have a mop.
We could
Poison
raid the
mop.
kitchen.
Yeah, we could go to the kitchen and see if they've got anything we could pilfer while we're still acting
Okay.
with the Gravins.
I think we might want to talk to the innkeeper again
Yeah.
about the sort of company he keeps.
Okay. So, Fisk, you are getting a vial and grabbing the innkeeper.
Sure. Yeah, I can bring him upstairs if we want to talk to him privately.
Yeah, I think we want to talk to him privately.
All right. Then yeah, I'll get a vial first and try to scrape as much of the goo as possible into a vial. Any sort of glass implement that I can cork.
Sure. Make a
where's the
dexterity test with a -10 modifier.
Okay. Okay, Google. Roll 2d10. So that's not a pass. That's, I think, 1 failure level. With -10, yeah. So that would be 2 failure levels.
Submap object 3 of 17. Roll dice to move to an item. Press the arrow keys and type in text.
Okay, if you got -2 success levels, then you pick the wrong sort of vial and you're not able to get it on. You get most of it around the edge of the vial, and it's probably pretty deadly to try and hold it now.
Fair enough. Worth a shot. All right. I'll stick the dagger in my belt and get the innkeeper.
A 4th dagger.
I could always pawn them off in
Before
the
he
store.
gets out, I'm going to say maybe keep that dagger out of sight.
Yeah. All right. I'll put it in one of my containers, I guess. After failing, of course, to harvest any goop. So is the dagger clean at that point, or would it be still kind of dangerous to hold?
You wouldn't want to scratch yourself with it.
All right. I'll wrap it up. I'll put it in with my mop.
You kind of mop around with you as well now.
Always. That's the Norlander tradition. I've got a bucket and a mop.
That is a very strange tradition.
It works on ships.
Mops and drinking, they go hand in hand. So yeah, I'll bring up the innkeeper.
Okay. He looks shocked at the scene of Anna cuffed on the floor, sort of semi-conscious.
I think we now have some questions about the company you keep.
Assassins that you keep around you.
He looks bewildered by your accusations and immediately goes to defend himself. No, she came in a week ago and began work here. We have quite a high turnover of staff. I honestly, I'm not in cahoots with anyone.
She tried to
Can I
kill
roll
us.
intuition to see if he's lying?
Yeah, make an intuition test.
That's true, but I mean, she has killed one of the Gravine's bodyguards and her champion.
Okay. Are you guys helping me with this?
Sure.
Okay, so then I just succeed.
Okay. He
My
appears
book,
to be
so-
telling the truth, but because you have had such an exciting 5-10 minutes, it's hard for you to judge it clearly. But it appears that he's being mostly truthful.
There's always the surefire test. We can punch him and see how good of a dodger he is. That's how you tell an assassin. We should have just been going around punching all the occupants of the inn.
Mhm.
Where do you mostly get your workers?
Mostly young travellers that need some coin stop in and work for a few weeks, a month. Thomas has been with me for 6 or 7 weeks, which is usually quite a long time before they move along. Mostly people that work on boats and coaches in between. I assumed that she was just another traveller. I mean, I've no way of telling where anyone is from.
Okay.
Well, Revan, what would you like us to do?
She's left, and the lawyer and Marie, the bodyguard, are left with you.
Have they? So everyone. What about Bruno's body?
Bruno's body's still on the bed, just laying
God
there.
damn it.
Okay. I'm gonna gently usher everyone else out of the room. I'm saying to the innkeeper, I think maybe it's time for people to head back to bed.
I've got stuff to report to the Gravine anyways, so.
Yeah.
Fisk is gonna look kind of dumb. Like, what? Why do I need to leave?
I'll tell you afterwards. I say as I usher you out of the door.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Astrid, did you tell the innkeeper, Astrid and Dietrich, did you tell the innkeeper that people have to go to bed? The innkeeper looks once again bewildered, and he begins to ask,
Well, what about the Morians? I heard they were dead and one of those scholars was stuffed into a closet.
and the lawyer interrupts before anyone can jump in, says, well, she must have murdered them as well. And
Sure, there's good evidence I collected that might say otherwise. If I'm permitted to speak. Is the lawyer kind of...
he locks eyes with you, Astrid, and he says, it's always good to have a favor with a lawyer.
Right.
Poor Astrid. Dietrich's not there to guide her.
I'm actually wondering if I can make a test to see if Astrid gets a social hint or...
Yeah, I mean, you could make a cool test against that.
Word tab. Dice to move to an item. Press the arrow key and configuration normal dice. D4, 1, D4.
I need to start getting Dietrich to use the bribery skill. I'll use charm for this guy.
Rule target 40. 1D100 plus 0. Result 64.
64. She failed that cool test by 2 SL.
Oh, okay. 1 second. Oh, here we go. Charm. 42. Okay, Google, roll 2d10.
You rolled 7 and 4 for a total of 11.
-4. So you've won that. So what do you think? Do you think Astrid just wouldn't pick up on it?
Yeah, pretty much. She'd be like, yes, it's always good to have a favor, but there is some pertinent information. And who all is around Astrid and the lawyer and Maria?
I would think if we're right outside the door, it would be Fisk, some guards. I don't know if the guards are going to leave Dietrich alone in the room with Bruno.
The guards had left with the Gravin, so they're standing out front of her door, a couple of doors away. Marie.
Did they just leave the assassin with us?
No, they
No.
took the assassin off.
Oh, okay.
And now at the moment I'm busily searching the room for anything that might be valuable.
Okay, let me get Bruno's inventory up. Okay, Bruno has it literally says here under his trappings, bulging biceps.
Okay.
Okay,
Unfortunately, they're not sellable.
he has a sword, a rapier, full plate armor, and a Zweihander.
What?
I want plate armor.
I
and
want-
Zweihander, please.
None of those are really you can't just carry them off in your pockets though.
That's true. That's very true. Full plate, though. Oh my gosh. I walked in with it, I swear.
Well, actually, you know what? He might not be. He's probably not wearing the full plate.
Probably not.
No, you find it in a chest. All of his weapons are sheathed and stored.
What I would do for plate armor.
Seriously.
How heavy is plate armor?
Pretty
Is
heavy.
there anything I could
Yeah,
just
pretty heavy.
you could reasonably expect me to carry it away in?
I
Yeah,
think plate armor is designed in terms of mechanics so that you get a negative impact to your movement. So it's very heavy. Let me check.
Would we be able to carry the chest if it was several of us?
I'm sure we could, but I'm the only person in the room.
That's true for now.
What?
You could call in some help.
Yeah,
and we've got Jahn too, who has strong back.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing something that that obvious. Is there anything else like money?
There's no money. No.
Okay. Does he have any jewelry?
Nope. He just has armor and weapons.
What about clothes?
Yeah, he has clothes.
A nice set of clothes?
Yeah, I'd say that he'd have a nice set of clothes for a sort of a man-at-arms clothing.
Well, he's a champion, right? So he must go into noble festival stuff.
His armor is relatively decorative. All of this stuff has been bankrolled by the Gravin, so all of it is directly embroidered for Nuln.
So do his swords do the swords have gold pommels and stuff?
Yeah, they'd have they have a bit of class to them. Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering, can I unscrew the gold pommel from the Zweihander?
I tell you what. If Astrid was there, I would have had a Smith test. But yeah, make a dexterity test. Just
oh god,
a +20.
I'm not going to succeed. I'm doomed at this then.
I don't know if Astrid would be particularly favorable to you, leaving.
Oh wow!
Bugging.
I succeed.
Oh.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. For simplicity of the situation, and because this So I'm going to take into account, Dietrich, that this is a really fancy gold pummel. As a result, it's also going to be quite difficult to sell it without someone knowing. So I'm just going to add 1 gold crown to Dietrich.
Okay. And can I hide the sword and rapier away and take them out?
What's your encumbrance? Let's check.
I think Jen was carrying all of our other weapons.
And I also take the clothing.
You best be willing to share, bud. That's some heavy looting.
So you
Oh, look, Astrid knows about none of this.
Yeah, neither does Fisk.
No.
Still, though,
the
fates remember.
The rapier and the sword are both sheathed, and it's very distinct the way they're sheathed. You're wearing robes, is that correct, Dietrich?
Just says clothing, but I imagine that I probably would be wearing robes.
Yeah. Okay. So you can take one of them and make a stealth test to see if you can get it past everyone.
I don't fancy my odds on for that. What about the scabbards? Could I take one of them?
Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, you could take the scabbard, but those are so distinct in the embroidery that it'd be pretty. You wouldn't get as much money as you'd think.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to cut my gain. I'm just gonna have to
cut your gains.
Yeah. I think the one gold crown is pretty much all I can get out of this without getting spotted.
You're already going to get paid by the Grivin. You're already getting paid by the Grivin.
Yep.
I mean, every gold crown counts towards my tuition.
What's your tuition
man.
cost?
I don't know, like 100 gold. I don't think it ever
Seems
mentions how
reasonable.
much. What?
Seems legit.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I guess as Dietrich might be walking out, you could probably hear Astrid loudly saying, "Oh yes, it was the Caslivian woman or the other Northlander, big furs. This crossbow boat you see has it's got funny writing, but
Can I? Where are her rooms?
pardon?
Where? Where did the assassin sleep?
She would have been. The innkeeper tells you that she would have been downstairs in the servants' quarters.
Okay, can you show us?
He nods and leads you down.
Okay, I follow.
We've got a hoarder on our team.
I'm not a hoarder. I just take gold.
And pommels and scabbards.
Well, things I can exchange for gold. I think a real hoarder would have also taken the plate armor that they couldn't carry.
It's like Skyrim all over again. He's taking
Right.
plates, forks.
See, I'm not taking the forks.
Just the
Yeah.
gold plates.
Yeah, just the gold.
He shows you down to the room, Dietrich, and opens it up. It's a very small room, just a couple beds and tables. There's nowhere to really hide anything, but you could make a perception test and try to investigate.
I'll help.
Dietrich will do
I've
that.
got a 50 for my perception.
Okay, then I'm gonna help Jan. No, not Jan. Fisk.
Okay, Google. Roll 2d10. I'll use my last fortune. Okay, Google. Roll 2d4. 2d10. Okay, Google. Roll 2d10. That's not good. So I failed by 4 success levels. Plus the modifications from the assistants.
So 3
got 2
success levels.
But yeah, I have 3 failure levels.
Okay. Not only do you not find anything, but as you're roughhousing around, the innkeeper's standing there throughout, and then eventually he says, "Please stop throwing things around."
Well, I pat Fisk on the back. Why don't we check tomorrow? I think we're all tired now.
Righto.
Also, I think I have to. I think I should have a conversation with the lawyer.
Yeah, what was the lawyer's reaction once Astrid very loudly said, "Oh yes, here was I found on the crossbow, and here's my suspicions. She seemed to only have murdered the Morgans. There's a missing person they tried to smuggle."
He looks shocked by this.
Astrid feels very smart for sussing it out.
The guards drag Anna down to the cellar, and from what you can gather, they're barring her in a room down there, and the Gravin intends to have her taken away by the road wardens. Gravin and everyone else is beginning to go to bed. People are returning to their rooms. Everyone looks very tired. It's been a long night and a lot's happened.
Okay.
I guess we should report to the Gravin all that we found in the morning then.
Yeah, but before that, I tap the lawyer on the shoulder. I think we should have a private chat.
He invites you into his room, Dietrich, and anyone else who accompanies you.
Astrid, well, he said private, so Astrid is.
Well,
whether or not-
Astrid, you're welcome to come along.
Oh, all right.
I
Astrid,
feel like I have things to teach you.
I live to serve the Empire,
Mhm.
as you wish.
Okay. Okay, once the door's closed, I think. I'm sure you heard that dreadful business with the Morians. About how they were attacked by a rabble rouser in Nuln.
Oh, we're just awful, awful.
It's
Well-
Castlevanian. Ursula.
It'd be a real shame if he were to strike again. Those poor scholars. I give him a knowing look.
The only way you're getting any money out of me is if you kill the other two.
Some people have no sense of refinement. Okay, how much are we talking?
Well, I'll give you a gold crown.
But these are people's lives on the table.
Filthy cultists should be doing a service to
Well,
the
how do
Grin
I
by
know that?
dispatching of them.
Well, I feel like if you wanted to dispatch the cultists, you could just call the guard.
Well, I'd rather keep it quiet.
You're a lawyer, you say?
Correct.
Well, I feel like I just to me and Astrid, we could at some point benefit from representation pro bono. If it should come up.
I understood.
And you are in the service of the Gravine, correct?
I am, but I still act independently when the occasion arises, and with the help that you've given the Gravin today, I'm sure she would be more than happy to lend my services.
Oh, and, well, more importantly, you're a faithful and helpful servant to the Gravine, correct?
Of course.
Well, in my logic,
Oh, I think me and you,
I've seen...
as long as the gold's still there, I think me and you should make sure that the skulls sleep soundly tonight. Don't you, Astrid?
I mean, he's a faithful servant to the Gravin. I don't want him to
know.
be...
And they are cultists after all.
filthy.
Indeed. Disgusting.
Oh dear. Well, this crossbow bolt I have.
Well, I think we should do this a bit more quietly. Let's wait till people have settled again. And then some locks might be opened.
Service for the Empire.
Indeed. You're learning well.
Astrid will kind of give like a wink, but it's more so closing two eyes, conspiratorially.
Okay, we head out.
Fisk, what are you up to?
Fisk is trying to hit up the innkeeper for just a little bit more drink before bed, since it's on the Gravine's dime.
He obliges
Just one
because
more.
he's still nervous.
Awesome. Then I think I'll take a bottle or a flagon or whatever have you up to the room with me, and kind of get into a drunken stupor and pass out.
Astrid and Dietrich, you see Fisk fumbling his key into the door to open one of your rooms. And as he does with some ale in his hand, you hear Jahn cheering from inside.
Yeah!
Dietrich, do you think we should get someone to watch that door, just in case there's some sort of retaliation or reprise?
I'm sure they'll
I
be
want 'em
safe.
safe.
Why don't we make sure that the door's locked, is all. Besides, I think we'll need to stay up for an hour or two more.
Alright. Yeah, it was like this on the streets of Middenheim, too.
What, the
No, just the dirty business. But this is for a good cause.
It is. Okay. I think me and Astrid are waiting a couple hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Few hours pass. And
Okay, Okay, I head out quietly, see if anyone's in the corridor.
just a couple of guards, but they're not suspicious of you because they know that you're working with the Grivin. But all of the guards are located down at the Grivin's wing, as most of them are resting. There's two of them guarding the hallway down to her room, and there's, if you were to look downstairs, there's one by the door of the tavern.
Okay. Is there a way for me to quietly enter the scholar's room? Oh, enter it without them seeing me.
Wait, how are we planning to
Well, my
quietly-
original hope was that nobody would be in the corridor, and I just open their door with a spell, and then we could just sneak in and stab them while they're sleeping.
Mhm. Would you? I mean, I still have the crossbow. Could leave that as evidence.
I think that might be a little loud, and that way we only kill one of them. Is the thing. We could go out. We could climb up through the window.
Sounds like too much work. I mean, just leave the bolt there.
Fun?
These
I think we
scholars
don't
aren't
want to be
worth
spotted
that
as
much
well.
effort.
No, like leave the bolt in there. Maybe not kill them with it, but bloody it. Or bloody it more, rather.
Well, I think we have to kill them. That's what we're getting. That's how we're serving the Empire.
Yeah. Protecting the Grevin's legal defense.
Yeah. So, question is, how do we get there without the guards noticing us?
Wouldn't it be even more suspicious if there were bodies after the fact the assassin was caught? Or
Well, I mean,
unless...
I think we both saw, like, we both knew about the Morians, so whoever did that might have struck again.
I have a suspicious hunch it was the Caslivian. I mispronounced that so bad. But the Caslivian.
You know, okay. Here's my new plan. We knock on the door. We mentioned to the guy we might have heard something at their door. We heard something around the scholar, and then we after we kill them, we pretend like we just found them murdered.
Or we could say they drank some of the poisoned ale, and if we can maybe gather some of the ale, I mean, we kill them, and then...
But how do we do that without anyone spotting us?
Well, we're going into their room, right?
Yeah, but if we go into their room and say that we thought we heard something, and then we find them murdered, I think that's a better alibi. I don't think anyone would expect us to have just murdered two people in cold blood, or two unrelated scholars.
But
if we make a big fuss about going into their room, then that will seem more suspicious.
Yeah. I mean, I was saying, if we pull the Middenheim special and suffocate them in their sleep, place the alcohol there, and say, we all know there was poison running around, then there's no blood. We go in and find Saber Check.
Okay, but then we'd have to force feed them like poison. I think they might react if we did that. Is my thought. I think it's just cleaner if we go in and kill them, and then act like we saw a murder.
This reminds me of our 40k campaign.
It does. I was just thinking that, Fisk. When there was some late night murder, it was fucking brutal.
Alright, a quiet murder it is.
And then we can break the window. Like we can, but if we break the window, we can say like they escaped through that window.
And then chuck the bullet outside the window to make it seem like she shot it to break it. And
Well, I don't think we even have to make it seem like that. We think that we just say that the person escaped out the window.
Okay. Does it serve for the Empire?
Yep. Okay. Shall we do that then?
Yep.
Okay.
Astrid checks her sword belt to make sure it's ready to be unsheathed at a moment's notice.
Actually, leave the sword. What we want is keep your knife though. Like imagine that we're just going into the toilet and we hear something.
I guess
You were
Astrid
going
will-
in groups,
Pardon?
and you were going in groups,
Oh,
and fully
naturally.
armed.
protection.
Yeah, but no. If we don't go fully armed, it'll look like we're just going to the loo. If we just go like with a knife, well, that's just like regular
Mhm.
walking around weaponry.
Just as a side note, Dietrich, the outhouse is out the front of the inn.
Okay. I mean,
Well,
okay. As I see it, I think we've got two reasonable options. Either we pretend we just go in and kill them, and then pretend like somebody assassinated them, or we pretend to go out through the outhouse and then we loop back around, sneak into their rooms through the window, and kill them. What's your choice?
I think the outhouse one seems less.
Dodgy?
I mean, we're going to sneak out the window after.
Boneheaded.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do the outhouse one then.
Alright.
Okay, we go out. We go out. Look like we're going to the loo.
Okay, the guard lets you out, and you see the communal outhouse there. It's a larger one for an inn, so 4 people can sit in there at once facing each other. But
Okay.
you can go straight round to the window where the scholars are. It's on the 2nd floor.
Okay, we do that.
Well, I want to make a perception test just to see if there's anybody skulking about, being as suspicious as we are.
Sure.
Okay.
Just checking climb skills here, and Dietrich, it's got like a 21.
Oh shit! Astrid does not see anything suspicious.
Oh, you
Her
failed?
intelligence is also Her intelligence is also 26. So
Oh, man.
Okay. I'll also check. Is this intuition or
Perception.
perception?
you know, I never planned to play an evil or evil-ish character.
Oh, okay. I crit fail. 99.
It's the company you keep, Astrid. Okay. Okay, the two of you don't notice anything, just the sounds of the Reikwald forest at night, which are pretty scary as it is. You stand beneath the window of the scholars on the whitewash of the side of the tavern. There seems to be no light from any of the windows above.
Okay. I whisper to Astrid, you're gonna have to help me up there. I'm not one for climbing.
I mean, you have kind of like chicken legs, but it's okay. Astrid will kind of squat down and like
Okay.
put her palms together for Dietrich to put his foot in and stuff.
Okay. I put my foot in.
Astrid lifts.
Alright. Okay,
Alright,
I try
that's
to get. Okay, but I'm climbing after that, I presume.
Yeah, it's just a +10 to your climb, so it's 31.
My climb's not that low.
Oh, I've got a note here. It says 21.
Maybe
I mean,
I'm
my
wrong.
climb's not good. It's just my strength score, and that's 29.
Yeah. Oh, 29. Sorry. Oh, why did it say 21?
I don't have a 21 in anything, so you can't get a 21. But like literally, you have, the lowest you can get is 22.
No, my notes are wrong. I was just looking at the note I had here. I have to change it.
Okay. Okay, I failed that pretty terribly, so I'm gonna have to re-roll that.
Okay.
And then I get a 7. So I effortlessly mantle that.
Okay.
Okay, so I open the window. I try opening the window.
Yep. The window's not locked in any way. You just slide it open.
Okay,
Roll
I
me a
slip
stealth
through.
test.
Oh gods.
You know, I have a feeling Astrid should have gone in first.
You know what? You're right. I only thought about going in first because I thought I could. I had a. I might need to unlock the window, but 66. So I'm gonna have to re-roll that. I've only got one fortune point left. At 34. So I think that's a marginal failure.
Okay.
Is this like a... What difficulty is this test?
I'm just going to be putting it against their perception because they're currently unconscious.
And this is how I die.
Hey,
I was
Astrid.
wondering like if it was easy or something.
Hey, what's up, Jim?
Um,
Astrid says to the
You-
voice in the sky.
yeah, the voice in your head that says, I see you got 2 points of corruption there. If you want to lose one, you can always shout up to Dietrich and ask him what's happening. What's going on?
And this is a completely player-based choice, right?
Yeah, it's up to you. You can say no. You can go ahead with it.
Dietrich, would you be upset if I rolled like 1 through 50, yes, 51 through 100?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Make your own choice. Like, I'm scared, but this is fun.
Hey, so remember when I said 1 through 50 is no and 51 through 100 is yes, right?
Yeah.
And I got 76.
Okay.
Yay!
Oh,
Make me a fellowship test, Astrid.
shit. Let me check that.
So Dietrich, I'm going to give it to you that this is easy. So you get plus 20 to your stealth. So how many successes is that? Just 2? Or 1?
So is it agility that I'm testing on, or dex, or something
I
else?
believe
Or
it's
initiative?
agility.
For stealth.
Agility, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 success levels.
Okay. So any failures you get, Astrid, are going to take away from Dietrich's stealth on your fellowship. The higher the fellowship, the more whispered your shout is, and the lower it is, more brazen.
What out of so my fellowship is 24, and I rolled a D100 and I got a 1 for that.
Nice.
Nice.
Dietrich, you climb up and sneak through the window quietly, and as you take a step undetected, you hear a faint whisper from down below. What do you say, Astrid?
What the bloody hell is going on? Are you okay?
Okay. I give a thumbs out the window. A thumbs up out the window.
Alright.
Okay.
You've lost a point of corruption, Astrid. Congratulations.
Mhm. Oh,
Could have ended very badly.
Yeah.
Away. It's just a shot away.
Okay. Do you want to make would Dietrich make a hand motion for Astrid to try and climb up as well, or?
Question: do you think it would be easy if I just slit their throats now by myself, than having to go through that again? Like, I'm gonna need someone to catch me as I jump out, but
That's up to Dietrich.
okay. I make the gesture. It's fine. I'll do it.
Alright. There is silence from below as Astrid nods and then remembers you can't see her.
I poke my head out.
Astrid nods.
Okay. Okay. Which of the two scholars looks bigger?
Oh my gosh.
There's a man and a woman there. The man is slightly broader than the woman.
Okay. Taking out his knife, Dietrich walks over and slits his throat.
Okay. Due to the rules of WFRP with unconscious, you kill them.
Okay.
Could you just roll me a melee test for that though, just to see if you crit or anything on it?
It's a pretty nice unconscious roll. I mean, it'll suck you for the player, but
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
kind of
just
ridiculous.
like a marginal failure.
Okay, but you didn't roll doubles. Okay, so yeah, and then roll for the dude as well. Yeah, Astrid, unconscious usually applies to when you've been dropped in combat and you're out of it.
okay.
Okay, that's 3 successes.
Okay, awesome. I just wanted to check if you got any criticals. Okay, yeah, you quietly cut their throats in their sleep.
Okay, is there anything valuable in the room?
Oh my gosh.
Let's take a look.
Or is there like any paper in the room?
I imagine they'd have paper. They're scholars. They'd
Yeah.
have enough money to stay in a room there. So I'd say let's randomly generate it because they don't have anything listed in their trappings.
Crimson,
I'm
what
wondering
is-
if they have anything incriminating on them as well.
Ooh. What's your opinion as an outsider, a listener to this tomfoolery?
Are you talking to Crimzo?
Oh yeah, after comes
Well, can you repeat your question?
What is your opinion as one listening to this tomfoolery?
Having done some murder in the night as well, I'm thinking now at least we had the dignity to feel bad about it and not loot their room afterwards.
But Crimzo, the ones you murdered were drug addicts, so they didn't have anything. So-
That's true.
Okay. So Quincy, yeah, they have 21 shillings and 12 brass pennies.
Okay. And 12 brass pennies?
Yeah.
Okay. Any any books and incriminating documents?
Yeah, so they have a few books on them on the history of Neumann to sort of match up with their cover story. And inside you find some parchment with notes written about the lawyer that they were tracking. And you find a very small marking on it you're not familiar with, but it's like a purple circle.
Okay. I'm definitely taking that. And then I Okay, I'm taking that, and then I'm gonna poke my head out the window and mouth, "Catch me if I fall." To her, to Astrid.
YTF?
Give us a climb test with no modifier, Dietrich.
Oh, that's a success. Marginal.
Nice. You managed to climb down. Do you close the window on the way down?
No, I leave it open.
Okay.
Like, I think having it closed would raise more questions. Would raise more questions that I don't want answered.
D100, 1D100 plus 0, result 24.
Can I make another perception test, Jim, just to see if anybody saw this tomfoolery?
Absolutely.
That was a 24
Astrid Dietrich.
based
Dexterity,
on
normal side, type.
initiative.
Ability, ballistic skill, dexterity, fellowship, initiative, impaired plus 1, right?
Perception is based on intelligence or initiative, right?
Perception is based on initiative, I believe.
Initiative, 30, left
Yeah,
arrow,
initiative.
right arrow.
Okay, then that'd be 24, 30. So 1 SL then.
Okay. You don't notice anyone around, but as you walk towards the corner of the building, you do hear humming from inside the outhouse.
I mean, is it jovial, like a man that
Yeah, it's just like someone like.
And is there any way to see who's in the house? Like, I'm
It's
just peeping and
pretty
trying to see
confined, so you'd have to go right up to the door.
Should
'cause
probably
it's
kill
dark.
them just to be sure.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I'll try and take a peek, stealthily, mind you, to see if she can identify who's in there.
Make me a stealth test.
Task switching to go to the item, receive configuration.
We're gonna have a Tywin Lannister moment here. Where you just shoot on the
Yeah.
Oh, I fucked that up.
Oh, and you have the loaded crossbow. Oh, you have the crossbow, don't you?
No crossbow, but a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
You can throw it really hard.
79, so I'm spending a fortune point for that.
Stealth test,
Okay.
target 39. 2100 plus 0, result 63.
Oh, 63. What are the rules on corruption points?
Yeah, you can re-roll for a corruption point.
Sure.
Stealth test permit, target 39. 1D100 plus 0, result stealth test permit, target 39. 1D100 plus 0, result 87.
Oh, shit. Astrid is very noisy. Coin purses clinking. Various metal, components of her outfit, like buckles, clinking too. Probably some guns and muffles as she tramps through the grass. And she's not stealthy at all. That is at 80. Oh shit. 39. 5 failure levels then. If I did the math correctly.
Oh.
As you try to look through the door, Astrid, you hear a Bretonian voice say, "Who's there?" And then you bump the door and he's like, "Is that you, Astrid?"
Hello?
Why are you watching me poo?
Fatal attraction?
Okay. Can I help you?
Do you have any drinks?
No, I
Oh.
am just using the outhouse.
Is that
Plop.
Philippe? Philippe, is that you?
We?
No,
Um,
poo, not we.
There are multiple people there?
I don't think so. It's just me or just taking a poo.
Okay. I was just curious if you had any, that's all. Just drinks.
What are you doing out here? Looking for drinks in the outhouse?
It's, well, people to pay for the drinks.
You're up to no good.
Just drinks?
Bullshit.
This is an outhouse.
Ha ha ha.
Just drinks.
Well then, maybe you will leave me in peace.
Sure.
And the humming resumes as you close the door.
Smooth.
Dietrich is out and about trying to get back into the tavern too, right?
Yeah, I'm just walking back into the tavern now.
Oh, well, Astrid will kind of catch up with you. Say
Okay.
that Philippe might be a witness.
I shrug.
I mean, you're not worried about it?
Who cares about a Bretonian cheat? Right?
Well, I mean, we don't want to be caught doing business for the Empire and framed.
I know, but it's just one man's word against another's.
Alright.
Like, it's already known that he holds a grudge against me.
How public is it, though?
Well, I publicly shamed him. I revealed his tawdry nature.
Ooh, we should be safe then. Is
You
this our
should
business for
certainly
the
think so.
Empire? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, for the Empire.
Oh, yeah. I mean, is this how it's normally done?
I mean, there are many services to be done for the Empire. And they
Looking forward
vary.
to a career.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
The guard lets you back into the tavern, and it's still as quiet as it was before.
Okay, I think we head to our our beds and sleep for the rest of the night.
Okay. The night passes. There seems to be no noise that wakes you up, except for in the morning as all of you awake to the sounds of people having their breakfast and talking down in the bar room.
Okay. I think we head down to the bar. Then.
Oh, my head.
Oh, do you need us to get you some water, Fisk? And jam?
What even happened last night?
Oh,
Did we stop the assassin?
We
Yeah,
did.
well, you kind of cut her hand a little bit and made her drop a dagger, which I think you took. I kicked her. Dietrich cast some magic. Impressive magic.
Cast magic.
Yeah.
What the
Can I
hell was
see
that?
some?
You did see me show my papers to the Road Watch, didn't you?
True. I've always wanted to see some magic.
Well, we served
I've
the
never
Griffin.
been showy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, my head. Let's go get something to eat.
Yeah, bless her heart.
Yeah, we had a busy night. I feel hungry as well.
So we stopped the assassin. Does that mean nobody got murdered last night?
No.
I think the assassin was out on something of a revenge. I don't know their motives, but we did a service to the Empire by stopping it.
Good.
And apparently,
the Gravine lives?
there was another killer. Those poor Morian priests.
I vaguely remember some priests.
Yeah, they were all slain in their room.
Oh, that's strange.
As was one of the scholars.
Nasty business, this assassin.
It was a
nonsense.
bloody night.
Honestly, could have been the same assassin. She was incredibly vicious. I mean, you stabbed her.
Sounds like me.
Yep.
All right.
I think we agreed to search for her room tonight. This morning, while we were in better humor.
Okay. That sounds good. Oofta. Can it wait till after breakfast?
I think so.
All right. Come on, Jahn. He gives him a little bit of a kick or a shove.
Is
Jahn is
sober?
he's all picture and no sound. He's just groaning as he follows you all.
I mean, that explains a lot. I think his alcohol explains a lot for tonight.
As the four of you come downstairs and settle down to breakfast, the first thing that happens is the Gravin's lawyer approaches you with a cup of tea in one hand and a gold coin in the other. And he asks Dietrich and Astrid, I trust no one else will be joining us this morning?
Shouldn't be.
Not that I know of.
He puts the gold crown down on the table and says, well, I'll just leave this here.
Thank you. Your gift is appreciated.
What do we do for him?
We serve the Gravine and the Empire.
All right.
He's grateful to it.
Good. So split it
I take the gold
4
coin.
ways, I assume.
Oh, Dietrich just snatched it?
Yeah. How much is a gold coin in silver shillings?
12,
So,
I
12?
believe.
Pardon?
12, I believe. So it would be 4 or 3 per person if they split it among everyone who is currently.
I give
in
you 6.
6
I
shillings?
give you 6 silver shillings.
To Astrid?
Yeah.
Well, you are doing this in front of the other 2 members of your party.
Honestly.
What do we do?
Astrid feels like it would be fair to divide it among the 4. I mean, she can give, 2 to Fisk and then 2 to Jahn?
So it's I put the calculator in the chat. The 1 gold crown is 20 silver shillings.
Oh, 20.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. That's quite the exchange rate. Okay.
And
I mean, it's still not out of character for Dietrich to give just 6 to... But, okay, so are we really splitting it 4 ways?
I'd figure
Okay,
that.
Seems fair, says Fisk. Or we could split it 3 ways since Jen's not out of character. We could split it 3 ways since Jen's not present. But I just think it makes story sense.
4 ways. We're
4
splitting
ways.
it 4 ways. Or
Yeah.
if we're splitting it evenly. We're splitting it evenly. So,
5 per person.
yeah, 5 per person.
There we go.
So I gave 5.
So, do you think we should wait till the Gravine calls us? Or should we report to her and just see if she wants us to do anything else later on?
I think I need to eat some food.
Oh, of course.
As you begin eating, ordering, eating, and waking yourselves up and trying to rouse Jan, Gunnar and Holtz finish up their meals, and they walk by a table, and Gunnar tells you, "We're going to start loading up the coach, so whenever you lads are ready, next stop is Altdorf."
Okay. I think give us like half an hour. We'll be ready.
Sounds good. The two of them head outside. They seem much more lively today than yesterday. It seems like they've switched places with Jahn.
Yeah, that makes sense. I take. Shall we search the room quickly before and then talk to a lady?
Yeah, let's search the room, then talk to the Gravine.
Yeah. Okay, you want to roll again? We'll assist you this time.
Yeah.
I guess
Alright,
I'll
that's
head up
2
to
out
our
of 3.
rooms and make sure Jahn and like all of our stuff is backed up and Jahn is settled.
Okay, Google, roll 2d10. $95, critical fail.
Can
Just,
you fate point that? Oh,
I'm all out. I
not
used
tempted
it
to
3
spend
times
some
today.
corruption?
How much corruption do I have, Jim?
You got one.
Okay, I'll take one. Okay, Google.
Wait.
What? I heard a wait.
Oh, no, I was just saying sweet
Oh, okay.
for me.
Okay, Google.
Give me a
Roll
credit.
2d10. Yep, 13. That's 4 success levels, plus 1 from the assist.
I think 2 from the assists.
Okay. So 6?
Yeah. So you find a letter under one of the pillows in Bretonnian. So I don't imagine any of you can read Bretonnian, but damn. Jan has the Reichland law. Do one of you want to roll? One of you can roll for him if you want. There's a sigil on the letter, so you can get Jan to check it if you want. None of you know what it is.
I'll leave the rolling to you guys. It is not my day.
Dietrich, you can roll.
Okay. Uh, 45.
Okay, it's a marginal failure. Jan says he's seen it before. It looks like it's a sigil from the Wizenlanders, but he's not sure what.
Okay, I think. Shall we talk to the Gravin then?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I'm sure she'll find this information useful.
Do we find anything valuable?
No, you don't. There seems to be nothing of value.
Sounds good. Damn corruption.
Gonna grow them wings, man.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see like if it progresses, like what'll happen. What? I'm curious.
Insanity and extra limbs.
Yeah, don't get more than 4 corruption points, Astrid, or that's going to be bad news.
Yep.
Still, Dietrich has yet to receive any corruption.
The wizard doesn't have corruption. It's ironic.
Yeah, he's just corrupted on the inside.
Thoroughly corrupt, but not corrupt in the chaosy way.
Yeah. Morally, not spiritually. Okay.
Okay. We can
we head to
do the bit with the grab in and wrap up.
Yeah.
Sure. So when you come to the Gravin, she actually awards all of you with 3 gold crowns each.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Not bad.
She's thoroughly impressed with what you've done and is extremely grateful. She says that they're going to wait at the inn for road wardens to come and collect Anna and potentially interrogate her. The letter that you have with the sigil, she recognizes. It's the gentleman that she'd mentioned to Anna before who the Gravin is actually going to court with in a few weeks or longer at this point in Kemperbad. She's supposed to have the trial by combat against him, and he was obviously trying to dispatch of her champion or even her with Anna. So she awards you the coins, is grateful, and as she'd said before, she repeats again that if you find yourselves in Middenheim, please look her up.
And if you ever have any more assassins, please look us up. Thank you very much, my lady.
Absolutely.
Indeed. Let's not carry. Dietrich's slightly worried about road wardens.
Oh, Astrid also wanted to ask the Gravine about, being taken into state service or service in Middenheim, or something of that sort, or at least starting the process.
She nods to you and says that when you find yourself back in Middenheim, to please seek her out and she'll assist you in any way she can.
Absolutely.
And she ends with, if you find yourself near Kemperbad in the next couple of months, she could appreciate your assistance in making sure her trial goes without problem.
We'd be honored to help.
Off to Altdorf.
Yep.
Okay, you all load up on the coach with Gunnar and Holtz, and Philippe joins you in the coach. He has, for some reason, unbeknownst to the rest of you, he has this really awkward eye contact with Astrid. You're not quite sure what's going on there. But
is he allowed on the coach after his falling out with Gunnar and Holt?
Yeah, he climbs back onto the coach, and he seems to have paid them off.
Ah.
Astrid avoids eye contact very heavily.
Dietrich's whistling.
No more fancy folk. We can all fit in the cab.
Finally.
Philippe seems pissed off that he won't even have enough money to reach Bogenhafen in time for the Schaffenfest now, at this point. Gunnar and Holtz crack the reins, and Gunnar announces, next stop, Altdorf. And that's where we'll end it then, guys.
Knights of the Braille are groups of blind, visually impaired and sighted tabletop role-playing game enthusiasts. We have accessible materials, groups and community online. For more information, please visit knightsofthebraille.com. Follow us on Twitter @BrailleKnight, or email us knightsofthebraille@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.